Hey folks, Flo here at Scaling Up 2023. I'm here with Eugenia Pérez. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do in a few words?
Hi, hello. I'm very pleased to be here with you today. I'm the Trade Commissioner responsible for the bioeconomy at Global Affairs Canada in Spain, so I work at the Canadian Embassy to Spain.
Wonderful. Okay. So in your presentation just now, you give a lot of examples about how much is happening in the Spanish bioeconomy, and the one number that stuck to me is 108 biorefineries. I don't know exactly how much that is, but it sounds like a lot. So why is Spain somehow, let's say, a leader in the bioeconomy? What has led to that position?
I would say that the main trigger has been the European research program Horizon Europe and Age 2020 before. So that has led the industry to innovate and to invest in new technologies. And I guess that another very relevant aspect right now is that we are seeing companies that were not closely related to the forestry sector that are now looking into it and that are willing to invest in forestry-related resources and nature-based technologies.
Yeah, that's great news. And one thing as well that caught my attention is how many forests or how much forest there is in Spain. I think in Canada, if people think about Spain, they think maybe about the beach, not so much about trees.
It has actually the second largest wooden area in Europe, just after Finland.
Okay.
But the worst part of it is that they are really weakly managed, so the resources are underexploited, and that's a key point, because if you intend to develop the bioeconomy, you need to further develop your resources and keep the resources, follow the path of the industry and of the need of these technologies.
Okay. So Canada, of course, is known for its forests. I mean, that's one thing that we can really own, I think. What's the state of the relationship? I'm curious what you're going to say. What's the state of the relationship between Spain and Canada when it comes to the bioeconomy?
When it comes to the bioeconomy, I will say that the relationship is focused on research and development collaborations, and we're seeing more interest in licensing of Canadian technologies from big corporations in Spain. And when it comes to the general bilateral relationship, I would say that it's an excellent time. We're celebrating, last year we celebrated the 5th anniversary of CETA, which is the economic and commercial agreement that Canada has with the European Union. And the bilateral trade has increased since then over 60%. So that's quite impressive. So we're seeing a lot of Canadian companies doing business in the market, and we're seeing a lot of Spanish companies also investing in Canada, which is also part of the mandate of the Canadian government in Spain.
So you've really seen that increase over the last couple of years?
Yeah, and we're seeing practical cases. We have a Canadian company that is doing the electric bicycle of many, many cities in Spain, and that's a Canadian technology which is widely known in Spain. So that's great news, and we see the actual reality behind our work.
Very exciting. Any particular areas in which you see most opportunity for that relationship in the coming years?
I will pick 4, and those are biofuels in general, bioenergy, biomass, biomaterials, green chemicals, also very important, and green building. This later one will be at an early stage in Spain, but it's developing, and where I definitely see opportunities are in the bioenergy and biomaterial segments.
Do you have any example of a project that maybe stands out in your mind when you think about Canada and Spain?
Well, there is a Canadian company, Canadian technology, that is producing a resin that can be applicable to the automotive industry, and is doing technology testing in Spain currently. So that's a great example.
Very nice. I don't think many people would know about this. And finally, why did you want to be here? Why is there a Spanish delegation this year at Scaling Up?
Well, we want to increase the collaborations between Canadian companies and Spanish companies, and I think that Scaling Up is one of the flagship conferences for the bioeconomy. So when we talk about forestry sector, I think it's time now to move from the traditional forestry processing industry and start talking about the bioeconomy. So this is the place to be.
Thank you very much.